Hey guys, welcome back, and I am here with my monthly makeup basket. If you don't know what a makeup basket is, it's basically when you go through all your makeup and you decide what you're going to wear every day or whatever, or the days that you wear makeup for a certain amount of time. Some people do it for a week, some people do it twice a month or like twice a week, what have you, and some people do it once a month. I personally have realized this past year that doing it once a month is good enough for me. Doing it once a week was kind of like, it was a lot of effort. Doing it twice a month is all right. I can probably do twice a month, but there are times when I'm just like, I just want to use the same thing and not look at my makeup drawer. Because I do get overwhelmed by looking at all that makeup sometimes. So let's get started. We will start with my primer, my face primer, although I don't have an eye primer, so whatever. I have my Bare Minerals Prime Time. This is a deluxe sample size, and I have really been enjoying it. I actually had a primer before, which is my green primer. If any of you watched my makeup basket, that it is from the Body Shop, and it actually started to break me out really bad. That and a BB cream that I was also using, and so I just decided to throw those out and get on with life. I have other items that don't break me out, that haven't gone bad, that I just want to use. The next item I have is my Buxom Luminizer and Divine Goddess. So I was at a CCO, yes, a CCO cosmetic company outlet, and they had a bunch of Smashbox primers, and one of them was like a luminizing primer, and I was like, wow, this looks really nice. And so because I have this, I didn't buy it. I bought like the regular primer because I know once I'm out of this, I want to have that as a backup right away. But I was like, I don't need the luminizer primer because I have this, and this is really great. It works just as well. I just put this on before foundation and BB cream, and if I want just a little extra glow, I'll just put it on like the tops of my cheekbones. Speaking of BB creams, I am switching it up this time. I'm not using a foundation, getting a little bit tired of foundation. I'm at that weird stage of I'm oily, but my skin is still dry because it is that time of the year where it's really cold outside and my skin is dry, but it still produces a lot of oil because I have an oily skin. And so I decided to pull out my last BB cream, which is my Adam BB cream. This is a Korean BB cream. I like it. I actually use this a lot when I was in school, mainly because like BB creams are really simple to use, and before I went to go to clinical, sometimes I would just put it on, call it a day, and whatnot. But since I've been home, I've been wanting to use like my foundations more because this humidity, it's not as humid here as when I was in school. So I could go and use foundation without it looking nasty by 3 hours later, you know? And so I just want to bring out the BB cream. Also, because BB creams tend to just be hydrating naturally just because of the way that they're formulated. And I think this even says that it's hydrating. Actually, maybe I just made that up. Yeah, I just made it up. It just, the luxury line that is the Atomy skincare line made for sensitive and normal skin. Anyways, because BB creams just tend to have more moisture in them, you know, yes, I do use not foundation, moisturizer, but sometimes it's not enough. And I don't want to put on a ton of moisturizer because sometimes I put too much moisturizer, it just makes me look like a grease ball, and that's not what I'm trying to go for. So yeah, BB cream. And I have a concealer that I have been using for a while now. It is the Kirkland by Borsche Exact Match Concealer. The reason why I have this is because there are 3 colors, and I really love this yellow color right here. I use it underneath my eye, like right here. But because it is really, really light, so I sometimes combine it with these skin tone colors, and it looks just fine. And I actually do use these skin tone colors on other various parts of my face. It's just easier that way than instead of having multiple concealers, which I don't even have multiple concealers, but yeah. Anyways, let's talk about my powder. My powder that I'm using is my Kirkland by Borsche or whatever, Mineral Loose powder foundation. It doesn't really have a lot of coverage to it. It has like light coverage, so if anything, so I just like to use this as really like more of a finishing powder. For my bronzer, I have a lot of bronzers this upcoming month, mainly because I have like a lot of like palettes, and I tend to like to grab my palettes when I have like my monthly makeup baskets, just because it's something that I can use frequently and I don't have to keep rummaging back to my makeup basket, or not my makeup basket, my makeup drawer, and like be like, what should I use? This, kind of like that. So my main bronzer is my NARS Laguna bronzer. It is a full size, same size as their full sized eyeshadow. The reason why I say this is my primary one is because this is one of my project pans, and I have a little dent in this going on in the center right now. That's because I also use this to buff in, not buff in, but as like a crease color, because even though it has like a little sparkle in it, it's still matte. It doesn't show up and it looks more matte on the skin when it's actually applied, so that's why I use it. So let us go to our blushes, whatever you call them. And I'm going to be using my cream blush from Josie Maran in Pink Escape. This is also one of my project pan items, and I have a good dip, and I haven't used this in a while because I just put this in the back as a back burner for a while just because I didn't want to use it, and then now I just want to use it again because I am trying to finish that up. And I also really like using cream blushes as a base to my blushes because I do have oily skin, like I said before, and it helps with the longevity of the blush because the oils will just eat powder, and yeah. So for my blush, I have my Morphe 10D palette. This is a palette that's no longer available. This is one of the things that has a lot of bronzers in it. So this side right here are my blushes, and this side right here are different bronzers with different finishes and different colors and different tones. And so I'm not saying I won't use these bronzers, but it's just that because I have this one, I won't be gravitating to these as often, but I will be definitely using the blushes from here. My last face product is from City Color. It's going to be the Contour Effects. Now, I don't actually contour that often. There was a time when I was on a contour kick and I was like, oh my god, I want to learn how to contour, because it's like really, I realized that it can be fun. It really can, and I don't take contouring seriously. I do it sometimes, but I haven't done it in a while because it is a lot of effort, even if it is just powder contouring. But because I have a few contour kits, which is really unnecessary of me, but I just do because I'm a mad woman, I decided to pull one out, and I have the first one. I know City Color came out with a Contour Effects 2, but I've seen that one, and not in person, but like on my computer or on my phone, and it doesn't look like it would match me because it is made for people that are more fair-skinned, and I like this one better. This also comes with a bronzer, which is one of the reasons why I said I have a lot of bronzers this month, but yeah, it just happened to be like that. So I have a bronzer in here, which I may or may not use, but it is a nice color. It's very matte, and the contour color is really nice and cool. You could even tell the different tones that this is much cooler than this, where this is very warm. And this is a highlighter, and this is an actual cheek highlight, not for like to brighten up underneath your eyes, because it's very, I tried it before by mistake. I wasn't paying attention to the wonderful, direction thingies on how to use this, and I had like streaky whiteness underneath my eyes, and it didn't look good. Moving on past that, I learned my lesson, and yes. So now let us go to eyes. I have a brow pencil that is still in a pencil form, and I'll explain why I say it's still in a pencil form is because it's still in a pencil. I haven't gone through enough of the pencil where there's just a little bit of product left, and it'll just come off, and I could like possibly throw away the pencil if I want to. But if I like the product enough, I'll keep it and I'll put it in a like different container. Like I had a brown one before. It was from Avon, and I actually really like the color. It was cool enough for my liking, but it was still kind of warm, and it gave like a good depth, if that makes any sense. And so I just put it in my Estee Lauder Pure Color eyeshadows. It is a quad, and I actually really like using the powders in here as also for my brows. So let's start with the this is like the little cream product that was left on the pencil that came out. And I obviously have been loving this color in Wild Sable. And I also like using these because they're also matte. That's why I like using these two colors for my brows. And these are really great for your under eye highlighter colors. And I love it. And I also do use this as eyeshadows, like just because they are matte, they're really great in the crease area. Speaking of eyeshadows, I have 3 cream eyeshadows, and I use cream eyeshadows a lot as bases. So I have one in a pot form and 2 in the pencil form. The first one, let's go from this, is the Milani Shadow Eyes in Brown Deluxe. It is a beautiful like chocolate color, and it has like a little bit of golden undertones to it. And the other one is Sand Dunes. It's like a very, I describe this as like if gold and silver got together and made a baby, it would look like this. Just because it doesn't really look gold, but it doesn't look silver. I don't know if camera lighting will allow, but it's that color right there. And I just love this color. I haven't used it in a while, and this is like why I do makeup baskets, so I can rotate my products. Next is going to be my Flower Beauty in Awesome Blossom. It is a like metallic rusty color, but more warm. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but here's the color. It's really, really pretty. I like it. And I actually I've only swatched this. This is new to my collection, and I just can't wait to use it. And the reason why I picked those matte, or not matte, those neutral colors is because I do have a Pandat palette that I'm starting again. I said earlier this year when I quit my first Pandat palette that I'm never going to do this again. I neglected my other items, but I decided, like, you know what, because I also want to continue to try out new things, I need to try to finish up stuff. And so I'm like, you know what, let me just pan this palette. This is from Sephora. It is their It palette in nude, I believe, and the brush, it's a dual-ended brush, and it just fell out. And it also comes with a brown eyeliner. And it comes with a base color, 2 highlighters, 7 shadows, and then 2 brown eyeliners, powder. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I do have a video talking about this. It might also be a confusing video because I'm a confusing person. But yes. I also said in my intro video that I am going to be incorporating another eyeshadow with it. And because there's a lot of like shimmery shades in this palette, and there's like only like one actual like marketed eyeshadow that's matte, I know it's not going to satisfy me, so I'm going to be using this Estee Lauder one along with this palette for matte, because the problem with this, it has a lot of shimmery shades and not enough matte colors. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to talk about my brow wax. This is from Wet n Wild. It is their brow shaper. It is just a clear wax. It came with a kit. Like right now they're having like a lot of, Wet n Wild has a lot of kits, and it's for Christmas, and I got one for us. I got two for myself. Let me be honest. It has like those. Comes with their trio eyebrow palette where it comes with 2 colors and a wax and like a little tiny brush and a little tweezer. I haven't used that yet just because right now my focus is my Estee Lauder one, because I'm using this as both an eyeshadow / eyebrow palette. I might use that one next, I'm not sure. But it also came with stencils and this wax, clear eyebrow wax, and so I'm going to be using this. It helps with the longevity, but it's only okay, and it's not that great. It's only okay. Like, I'll use it, but I wouldn't repurchase it, is what I'm saying. I have 2 extra eyeliners along with the one that's in the palette. This one is my Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes in 12L, and it's just my blue one that I tend to use on my lower lash line and my Project Pan item. That's why this is here. And then I have my Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner. It's a gel eyeliner. It's just always going to be in my weekly baskets until it's gone. Let's be honest. Last but not least, my mascaras. My Wet n Wild Mega Wear is starting to dry out, and I feel like it's gonna die on me soon. So along with this, I decided to finally start using my Marc Jacobs Lash Lifter Gel Volume Mascara in Blacker. To finally be able to use this and not worry about if I won't finish this is great, because I actually do love this mascara and I just want to use it up before it dries out on me. But right now it's still extremely wet, so I don't actually know how long this can last. And that is it. I cannot believe I finally finished this video. I have filmed this like so many times. Like, this is my 5th time filming this. So I also have my lipstick that I'm not going to go through right now just because I have an assortment of lipsticks colors that I'm going to be using this month, and I will do that in a different video. Watch out for my December lip picks, and thank you for watching, and I have conquered this video. It took me forever to finish filming. I refilmed this so many times today, and I'm so glad. My throat hurts, and I will see you guys next time, and I'm sorry if this is long and I don't edit it out. Yes. I'm not going to talk anymore, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.